Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 15 of Civilization Beyond Earth. Things are going quite well. It's not been a lot of action going on just recently. It's mainly a lot of time waiting, and that is one of the problems with the victory types in this game. Is most of them require you to, if we have a look at the victories, I know I've been through this before, but for those of you that haven't seen every episode or just don't know the victories too well, you've basically got 5 victory types. You've got Domination, which is exactly the same as Domination was in Civilization 5. You basically have to capture and control all of the other civilization's capital cities, so that one hasn't changed. And then the 4 other ones, you've got Emancipation, Transcendence and Promised Land. Now those 3 victory types are affinity specific, so in order to get those particular victory types you need to be able to get to level 13 in a particular affinity. So if you look at these affinity levels, level 13 allows you to build the Mind Flower, which is used for the Transcendence victory quest. That's in Harmony. In Purity, level 13 allows you to build the Exodus Gate, which is used for the Promised Land victory. And in Supremacy, level 13 allows you to build the Emancipation Gate that can be constructed for the Emancipation victory. So you need to go through a certain amount of research before you can actually build those particular buildings. Even when you've actually got level 13 in that affinity, you still need to have the science to build the wonder. Then you have to wait for the wonder to be built. In the case of the Emancipation and the Promised Land victory, you also have to research another technology that allows you to build and launch the Lasercom satellite to re-establish a connection with Earth. So you have to spend time researching that tech, time building the satellite, and then wait for the connection to be established. Once you've done that, you then have to wait a certain number of turns. The Emancipation Gate requires you to send through units through the gate with a total strength of 1000 combat strength, and you can only send through 1 unit per turn. So if you imagine you're sending through units that have 50 combat strength, it's going to take you 20 turns to send those units through. The Promised Land victory, I've never actually done that one, but it works slightly differently. Settlers come out through the gate and you have to settle them, but again that takes a little bit of time. Transcendence victory works a little bit differently because you have to build these other buildings in your cities and they generate points every turn towards the Transcendence victory, but it still takes quite an amount of time. And Contact victory, which is the one I think I'm going for here, involves again building and launching, well, researching, building and launching a satellite, and then you have to wait quite a few turns to get the second part of the signal. Then you have to build the wonder, and then when you activate the wonder you have to wait for 30 turns. So there's quite a lot of waiting around on pretty much all of the victory types, and they're all very similar to one another with the exception of Domination. And again, that's one of the things that I am disappointed with Beyond Earth, is I don't think the victory types are anywhere near as interesting as they were in Civilization 5. But anyway, let us go ahead and build what we need to build in Gran Exito. Let's go ahead and get that Neuro Lab. +1 health, +10% science, and +1 science from Phyrexite. We do have source of Phyrexite here, so it's well worth it. You have now healed up, so you can come over here and get that other mag rail built, and we'll eventually get these 2 cities connected. You're building a mag rail there, at least you're supposed to be. You have fully healed. I think you're just going to come and help escorting this colonist, which we are desperately trying to get over to the other continent. So you can go ahead and do nothing for a turn. You guys are just casually scouting around the other side of the map. At least we've found the other bit of the coast now. There's Shackleton, if it's still there. Let's go on to the next turn. Not an awful lot we can do. 1 turn away from terraforming. I think the guy in Well's actually gone, although we only have level 3 in Purity anyway, so that's not too important. Being able to build floats during quarries will be quite nice, because we can't do that yet, and we'll be able to build terrascapes. I'm going to avoid building them for a while, because we're not really making any money. So there's terraforming done. Yeah, we're actually losing energy. That's not going to be a problem once we start getting towards the end of the Contact victory, because you don't make any money at all when you do that. You're going to construct the mag rail. That's going to take you 7 turns. You should just about survive that. There's a Kraken, which is relatively annoying. So let's go ahead and move the cruiser the 2 spaces that we know our colonist can move. We will take a ranged attack with you. And you've moved as far as you can and still being able to attack. So let's go ahead and take that Kraken out if we can. Down it goes. Very good. As for you, you've got a little bit of movement left. Got to scooch around some of the ships. See what we can see. Trade convoy. Right, now this is an actual land unit. Banu Musa. I was looking in the wrong place on the list. I was expecting for some reason it was going to be at the top, so it's my own stupidity. Where were you going previously? You were going to Thabo. Do I want to carry on going to Thabo? Yes, really, because I need the money. But at the same time... No. I need the money and I do need the science, but now we know we can actually trade with there. Let's bring you guys back. I'm sure we'll have another trade convoy that will free itself up soon enough. Because they do seem to become available almost like every other turn. I can go and have a look in the trade convoy overview, which I will do in a minute actually, and then we'll be able to see exactly how long we'll have to wait for the next one. Let's just have a look in the trade route overview. So our outbound routes... we've only got 2 sea trade vessels actually. All of the rest of them are land. We've got one going from Liqueur to Ainsa, and there's 4 turns remaining on that. It's a relatively profitable one, but Liqueur and Ainsa are pretty much got everything built in them that they need to have built. So there's no huge reason to have a massive amount of production and food moving between those cities. So 4 more turns and we should be good there. You can continue to move up and try and escort this settler. Or this colonist. He's going to have to cut across the land at some point anyway, and then take his chances in the water, I'm afraid. So we'll see how well that goes. Let's just do nothing with you. Trade vessel. You definitely can't reach it, can you? You can reach Shackleton though. Where were you going to before? The Cure. Let's go to Shackleton now. I know it is nice to have the internal trade routes, but you do get some really good stuff from trading with these places. Let's continue to... Ooh. Now, that's not a progenitor ruin. That is a skeleton. Now, sometimes you get science from those. Sometimes you get an alien unit. Unfortunately, it's very soon going to be in the borders of the KTP here. And although that is a progenitor ruin. However, my chances of actually managing to get an explorer over there are ridiculously slim. Because my explorer that's up here is like 1,000,000 miles away. I'm going to start trying to bring him back though. If there's any chance at all that I can get this guy down there, because he does have expedition modules, then it's going to be worth doing. Trade vessels. You can... we only gain 1 energy per turn from that route, but we do gain 6 science per turn, which is quite nice. Let's do that then. Let's keep that going. Also makes the AI less likely to attack us, of course. So we might need to see if we can get a few open borders with people, just so that we can get down and try and get to that progenitor ruin. If we can, and we find the second part of the signal, although it's a very, very slim chance of it happening. Hostile takeover, that was probably a quest to destroy Shackleton. And now we've started trading with Shackleton, which is probably why that quest has failed. Destroy Camp Cascade. Kigungan was destroyed. I thought we used to trade with that. So someone else has destroyed it. That's probably why we lost such a huge amount of money there. That's a bit of a pain in the hoop. Anyway, let's carry on moving down. We'll get open borders where we need to. You have finished building that roadway, which is fantastic. What's next for you then? You're not in miasma, so go ahead and heal up for a little. Not an awful lot else that you guys can do now. Let's get our colonist over onto... Well, we'll move him onto that tile, then he spends less time in miasma. Not an awful lot that you guys can do now, sadly, so I'm just going to bring you both back to friendly territory. What else do we have here? I'm going to leave one unit there just to sort of keep an eye on that so we can see what's going on while I scout around with the other. Trade convoy, you are definitely going to go here. Because we also get the extra energy per level as well from one of our virtues. Which is it this one? No. No. Trade routes with stations grant 6 energy per station tier. So it gives us 1 energy anyway because of the station that it is. So we would get, if we get it up to tier 3, then we'll actually be able to make quite a lot of money from there. See how quickly they're expanding towards that? We're going to have to be very, very quick if we want any chance of getting there. Not entirely convinced we'll be able to do it. It's not going to stop me from trying. So let's continue to have a bit of a look around here. Let's have a look where our explorer is. Now you're annoying because you're actually in a spot that I want to be in. We are going to need open borders from these guys. So for the first time ever, we're actually going to have some sort of trade. We want to deal because it's not trade. I would like you to open your borders. And I will pay you 1 energy per turn.
As Adam Smith said,
you want 4 energy per turn and open borders. Ah, there we go. 4 energy per turn and I didn't have to open my borders. That's fine then. Quest decision. Covert agents need fewer successful operations to advance in rank. Pretty pointless at this point, considering that I think all of my covert agents are max rank. Or we can get plus 10 city hit points from surveillance webs. Might as well take that one. It's both of those options are less than useful, but one is slightly less useful than the other. So we will take that one. Not that my explorer would have done a very good job in protecting this city location. There shouldn't be any aliens able to spawn up here because there are no alien nests. Or should I say there are no xenomass places where alien nests could spawn, so they should be safe. You're going to move this way, and hopefully there's nothing up there which will cause you a problem. That was very annoying of you, so let's get rid of you. You can move there, you can get discipline, and you can heal up. Now we can move through your borders, so that's what we're going to try and do. You've now healed. What do I want to do with you? I guess having a mine up there won't be such a bad idea. It would give us a bit of extra production. Trade convoy. Where do I want to go with you? Do you want to continue going to Ainsa? Or do we want to trade with somebody else? There's no particularly lucrative trade routes. And I don't really want to give the African Union 6 science per turn in exchange for 3. So I think I will try and keep some of these trade routes internal where I can. Especially when we come to building the wonder for our victory type. So it's still exploring around. And what have we got here? Disciple. Why have you suddenly... Oh yeah, you just returned back from your little expedition up to the station to see why we couldn't get there. And it turns out it was my own stupidity. So we can build floatstone quarries as well now, so it's worth remembering that and getting our workers to upgrade some of the floatstone around. We don't have much floatstone within our borders, though there are 1 or 2 patches like this one here next to Ainsa, so it's not a bad idea doing that. There may have been another one around somewhere. Yeah, he's well out of range. So I don't need to worry too much about that right now. But titanium is really such a good thing to have. I mean, 10 production from titanium is wonderful. You were going there specifically to build a mine, so go ahead and do that. Although the titanium is going to give us lots of production there as well. You have finished whatever it was you were building. So let's get you over there. We'll get you onto that floatstone. We'll build a floatstone quarry, so at least we'll have some. You come back home and go into alert. Colonist will hopefully get over to the other side in one piece. Never any guarantees. Of course, fantastic. Or we can pass through the unit, I suppose. There are manticores here, so we do have to be careful. As you can see, what I was saying about solar collectors. The AI spams them absolutely everywhere. Basically, every single tile that has a solar collector on it generates an extra one... generates an extra 1 energy per turn on top of its base yield. I'm going to try and get rid of that sea dragon if we can, because I prefer it not to be attacking me. We'll get synthetic thought on the next level, which will give us the next level of supremacy. I'm not sure if that allows us to upgrade our cruisers. There is one level that we will get, not too far from now, that will allow us to upgrade our ships. He's actually moving off, which is quite nice. Hopefully he took the hint. There we go. So we've reached level 7 of supremacy, and it's actually our gunners that get upgraded now to the overseers. And we have a choice. Again, I think it's the same as before. Oh, well, we can give them plus 20% when next to a friendly unit, or plus 40% when attacking cities. How often are they going to be next to a friendly unit? Am I going to use them for attacking cities? I'm probably going to use them more defensively, so I think I'll have that one. And I can't upgrade anything else at the moment, which is a shame. Production-wise, Gran Exito, you can either, well, plus 3 science, or plus 3 science and 1 culture, and plus 1 science from copper. You don't have copper, but let's go ahead and get that anyway. Explorer, we do actually have a crashed satellite down there, which we could work on. I know that's really not what I should be working towards, but I'm very tempted to do it. You have finished the road, or the mag rail, so you can go ahead onto that side. You're going to continue to try and work your way across, slowly and carefully. You're going to continue to have a look around. Oh, would you look at that? It's another sea dragon. I've run out of moves. Isn't that typical? Oh well, not to worry too much. Might do some damage to me. I mean, I'll certainly be able to destroy it, because even if he attacks me, he's going to take an awful lot of damage back. That's very strange that they're the ones being attacked by the aliens. Or they're the ones attacking the aliens. I'm not sure which way around that is, but still. And we actually took quite a lot of damage there. We managed to steal some science, which is very nice. Victories have been updated. You're going to move away slightly, and you're going to attack. We won't quite finish it off. We may end up losing this cruiser. It'll be annoying if we do. So yeah, stole a fair bit of science. Let's go back and steal science again. We don't have anything queued up after that, though. So what do we want to go into after that? Also, we want to be working on our cynosure if we can. Let's go into... What is it you need for the contact victory? I can never remember what the thing is called. Filter by victories. Exodus Gate, we don't need that. We've already got that one. Emancipation Gate, we don't need. Lasercom Satellite, we don't need. Mind Stem, we don't need. Not sure then. Can't remember what the thing is called. Right, you are about to die, so let's move out of there and heal up. Do I want to dig that expedition? Because it would take 9 turns. Whereas what I really want to do is get you all the way down there to that. I'm going to skip the satellite. It would take 9 turns to dig. It would really annoy the KTP if I did it. And it probably wouldn't give me anything all that useful anyway. So we're going to avoid it. And we're going to go over here and probably make a farm. You're going to build a floatstone quarry. You're going to continue moving over. Little bit worried that there's a worker around there. Not too sure what he's doing. You can just go on to alert. Let's go on to the next turn. And speaking of next turn, we'll probably just have time for this one turn before we end the video. No, don't need open borders with you. Not yet, anyway. We will do probably later on, but not for now. So, yeah, you're attacking me again. That's probably that cruiser gone now. No, it has just survived. Failed to steal, and we've been identified, which means we have fled. So let's go and Krabrost's actually got quite a bit of intrigue going on there. Let's get somebody into Krabrost and see what havoc we can cause. You're going to build a farm. Probably should have got you to build a generator, but a farm will do for now. You are going to get there. Why is there a worker there? That worries me greatly. You're going to move here and you're going to fire. You have very, very few hit points, unfortunately. Not a lot I can do about that. We're just using you to scout the area. No, I said that was going to be the end of the turn, but you know how it goes. Right, you're not firing at me, or you two are at war with each other, so... But I am going to need to get through your territory. Deeply apologise for spying on you. Although I have just sent another spy to your city, haven't I? And do I really want to be a backstabber? I guess we should have bought that. And we'll send you somewhere else. We will send you to... Tyngong. Why not? Let's send you there. That seems like a good place. We can develop a virtue. Let's go ahead and get that +5 energy in the capital, which will also give us a +10, because we're currently only making +7. So if we go ahead and do that, we've now gone up from +7 to +16. So that is a little bit better. We are going to move down with you. I'm going to need open borders with the KTP.
Namaste.
She's neutral, so she might be willing to do a deal. Open borders. What do you want for this? Just have the 4 energy per turn. How about that? Yeah, there we go. I don't mind spending the money. I just don't want to give them open borders with myself. So, that should be fine. Now, it was this tile that I wanted to move on to. Well, I guess we can... Well, can't really move any more on that turn. I guess we'll just do as much exploring with you as we can before you get destroyed, which will probably be 1 turn away because there's another sea dragon up there. And again, I shouldn't have hit next turn because I was planning to end the video there, but we'll wait until the AI's turn has resolved. Well, that war has now finished. No, I don't want to give you any titanium. Sorry, this has caused a divide between us. Now, actually losing 14 energy per turn, that's interesting. Must have a trade route that's currently finished. One thing that I do need to do, because I've forgotten to do it several times already, so I need to sort that out before I do anything else, is go into liqueur and change production and actually... decode signal. We need to do that as well. Let's work on that. I forgot about that one completely. We need to actually decode the signal. So we'll do that. We'll completely stuff the wonder. Although, could we build the wonder here? Change production. Cyanogen. 24 turns. Actually quicker here than it would have been in the other one. So that's fine. What else do we have? Let's try and get you... Wow, it's going to be really, really difficult to get down there. But we'll do our best. Trade convoy. That's why we were losing so much money. You're going to go to there. You're just going to keep looking around. See what you can find. And then that will be the next turn. So we're not going to click on that. We are going to move you, though, to see what you can find. Annoyingly, that worker is on the tile that I wanted to start my city on. Now, if that worker moves on the next turn, then I'll move there and settle my city. If the workers don't move and I see a colonist come in, I'm just going to dump that colonist down wherever he stands. But that's the end of the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Civilization Beyond Earth, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.